Hey, what's up? As requested, I'm gonna be reviewing what Tom Aspinall eats in a day. He's a UFC heavyweight fighter, a loser, in other words.
That doesn't sound great.
In the 21st century, a weapon will be invented like no other.
Better, stronger, faster.
Unstoppable. He has only one purpose. Win fights.
And that's interesting. He actually shows that he grew up brainwashed as a child, watching the Terminator, I guess. Arnold Schwarzenegger, working out, fighting, it's all the same. Just to get the slaves to destroy each other for entertainment. Interesting.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today is a very special and weird day. We've been asking you guys what you want to see on the channel. Everyone wants to see what I eat in a day. I don't know why, but I'm going to show you. It's early in the morning, it's 5 to 8 a.m. So early, I'm not even brushed my teeth yet. So this is special content coming. I want to start by saying though, I am by no means a nutritionist. I just follow what I'm told. I've got a bit of bro science there. I know what I'm doing a little bit, but when it comes to actual knowing stuff, ask a nutritionist, do not ask me. But I know what it takes to fuel myself. Over the years, things have been twisted.
Everybody knows what they are supposed to eat. No nutritionist on earth is going to be able to tell you that.
Worked with a couple of guys who helped me. Dr. Sean, big shout out, so we'll put his link there. We'll put his Instagram there. And my friend Milov Sarchev, put his Instagram there. Legendary bodybuilder, both helped me out with nutrition a little bit.
Exactly, that's what I meant. A bodybuilder. Yeah, because it's all connected. Because it's all people who hate themselves.
I usually start off the day with what I like to call a super shake. The reason why I do the super shake is a couple of reasons. One, I don't like the food sitting on my stomach before a morning session too heavy. And
yeah, then you should stop eating foods that sit in your stomach heavily. That would be the logical conclusion that you would come to.
The more important one is convenience. Like, I take my kids to school every morning. Got to get 3 kids ready. This is quicker
Oh, he has 3 children. Oh, okay. That's pretty nice.
than sitting down and eating it all, basically. So, most things are weighed. Got a very reliable Ninja blender. Got like 40 grams of berries. Now this is where
Berries are ridden with pesticides. Use any other fruits.
I would vary stuff. Like I say, today's a pretty moderate intensity training day, so I'm going to do 70 grams of oats.
What fucking oats? Why would you use seeds if you need energy, vitality, anything at all? And why in general would you eat seeds? Is he British? Somebody brainwashed you guys to eat them. Nobody understands why you do. It's super strange.
If I was sparring or something like that, it'd be 100. But we do 7.
So 30 grams more of glyphosate, other pesticides, toxins, fiber, and sugar. So the only nutrient in general, macro or micro, whatever, you get out of oats is sugar. So like eating candy. So you've got 40 grams of berries, which are fiber, sugar, and pesticides to destroy your gut microbiome, and then more sugar and toxins to make you infertile. Thankfully, you have 3 children already. Wow, well, super cool, man. So you're saying to people, eat sugar to fight like me or whatever.
Today. It's a pretty light session this morning, just running some drills and stuff in the gym, so we'll go 70 grams of oats. Peanut butter, get the good fats in.
Oh my god, okay, at least he said that he has no idea what he's talking about, basically, at the beginning, which is clear at this point. Peanut butter has aflatoxins, again, more anti-nutrients. Some indigestible protein, because it's in the fiber. Yeah, of course, now it's made into seed sludge. That's what peanut butter is. And it's legumes, actually, which are seeds, but it's not nuts, technically. Whatever the case, it's seeds, so it's garbage anyway. So you're eating seed slime. A lot of UFC fighters are on steroids also. I don't know what else he eats, but if this is what he would eat for the most part, which is vegan so far, I'm sure that he doesn't eat a vegan diet, then he would completely lose muscle and be super weak. Maybe he's one of those guys?
How long have you been having this for?
A couple of years. I eat the same stuff like most days, to be honest. There's bits of flexibility every day, but I just like to keep on the same routine. You know, if I train twice a day, it just works out well for me. I know exactly what I'm having. Right, let's get a bit of water in this. A bit of water in this thing. And then I got some
Lovely British tap water. Did he actually really just use tap water? No, right? Or with a filter at least. Because that stuff is deadly.
stuff. Ever seen a supplement stack? As the bodybuilders call it. A couple of these fans. Right, so with the breakfast we go. 2 scoops of protein, 2 scoops of whey. Yeah, yes, throw some blend sometimes. And a scoop.
Yeah, you get something out of the whey protein along with microplastics, which will cause atherosclerosis and destroy your hormones also. Not a problem if he is using some kind of drugs, whatever. Something performance enhancing.
Of creatine. Beats fat, of course. And then
Yeah, or you could just be eating raw meat. Then you would get way more than you're getting from that garbage. Whey protein also is a waste product. And the creatine is fake. It's not even real creatine. Usually. Maybe that one is. Sometimes they really get it out of meat, but usually not.
other supplements I take. Vitamin C. If you're interested in this kind of
Toxic, fake, synthetic.
thing. Health benefits, hopefully. Immune system benefits. Also, dandelion root.
Oh my god, you're dumb. Dandelion root. Oh my god, that's insanely toxic. You can die from it.
Hopeful immune system benefits.
Also, his face expression, just the way he shows the dandelion root. I can't imitate it. It's just such a dumb look. I take dandelion root. Oh, it's lovely. It's a lovely dandelion root. Or if I would eat the whole thing, I would die. But I've no idea what I'm doing. I just listen to my nutritionists.
That's what I've been told to take, so I'm taking. Oh, that was pretty full today. Oh, yes. I've already had a coffee, so coffee's included as well.
Coffee also toxic seed water with neurotoxins which create adrenaline in your body to give you fake energy, you slave. Oh my god.
Coffee's the first thing, always.
Do you not have...
Yeah, so then your diet is horrible. If you wake up as a human being and you feel like you need toxic seed water to have energy, then your diet is horrible. That's alarming. Every alarm bell should go off in your head and you should just realize, wow, my diet must be horrible.
water before coffee and you got out of bed? Or?
Yeah, I usually try and do like 2 glasses of water first thing in the morning. So I've got about 2 pints of water, then a coffee.
Is the essential of this just energy? Really?
Yeah, this is just like some good stuff for training. Get some good energy in for training. All clean stuff, convenient.
It's just sugar with toxins and some protein powders. What are you talking about? You're just living off of sugar, which is understandable seeing as you work out a lot, but generally recommending that to your viewers, which you indirectly are by making this video, is irresponsible.
I'm going to go and brush my teeth, most importantly. Then take my kids to school. And then onto the train.
It's cool that he has children, but I guess they are growing up in the UK. That's bad. And then they go to school, get brainwashed to become slaves like he is as an adult. It's just like this circle that just keeps repeating. You go to school, get brainwashed, you send your children, and so on. Seeing as I think he's well off financially, he could just get out of there. Oh wait, this reminds me, there was this clip. Oh, do I have this clip? Oh yeah, I found it. This clip just reminded me of the situation.
So after he beat Conor McGregor, the problem was in the Muslim world is he became this huge megastar in the Muslim world. He went on like this tour of all the Muslim countries. So he's going into Turkey, he's going into Saudi Arabia, he's going to Abu Dhabi, he's going over to Dubai. and they're raining on him. I mean, he didn't even make it back to his dressing room after the fight, and Putin was on the phone. And Putin gave him and his father like $20 million worth of property in Russia. Then he went into, the Muslim territories where these guys are just cars, money, gyms, whatever he wanted. So once you get to that level, it's like what we're dealing with Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor lives on a yacht in the middle of wherever the warmest place in the world is at that time. Well, once you get to that level, man, it's just, you're not getting up and getting punched in the face every day anymore.
You see what I mean? These people simply do it because they want to get a lot of money, which doesn't even exist. But I get it. They are stuck in the matrix, absolute slaves to the system. And that's why, of course, once they have what they actually wanted, which is why they started fighting in the first place, seeing as no human actually naturally wants to risk their lives and get injured, get hit in the head or wherever, which is what mostly happens in boxing more so. I don't watch UFC. It's super boring to me, the idea of even watching that. But I guess why it appeals to slaves. And then, of course, once you're at this level, which you wanted to be at in the first place, you stop getting punched in the face, of course. Because why would you want that? It's just interesting because the guys like Conor McGregor, I've heard of his name before. I even saw some clips of him. I don't know about this guy in the video, the Muslim, I guess. Whatever. They get to this point and then, of course, they stop. Because if they could get to this point without fighting or doing whatever, then they would just take the meaningless paper with symbols on it, as in money. Yeah, because that was the aim in the first place. So once you live this kind of life, you don't want to fight anymore. And that's the case with all the rich people. They have endless money, basically, and they pay these guys to fight each other and do whatever for entertainment. Because for them, these millions are just nothing. It's like pennies, basically. So they can create all of this to create these guys who then inspire others to destroy themselves. So it's the same thing with this guy. You may see him as some UFC fighter and look up to him or whatever, when in reality he wouldn't even be doing it if he had the chance to already become rich without it. That's just the aim, really, for most people. They don't actually like what they're doing. Bodybuilders also, they hate what they are doing. If they could simply snap their fingers and have the muscles that they want, then they would choose that. They don't want to actually work out to get to that point because they hate what they are doing. UFC fighters, boxers, they also all hate what they are doing. They just have this goal in their head which they want to achieve. I just wanted to include this because it really sums up the useless, meaningless lives of these people. House of Fun. That's funny. The opposite.
School run. He's on.
Wow, what's the time?
It's 4:45. We usually get here at 5:02.
How old is this guy actually? Let me check it out. Oh, okay, he's 31. He doesn't look that bad for his age. A bit older, but not like most of these guys.
Usually late.
Go there! Go there!
Guys,
Say Dad that over
guys, we've got to go. Come on.
I Dad that now!
Lovely red British brick building school. Lovely.
We have left the lunchbox.
I just can't imagine anything more depressing than going into a red brick building to work, to study, anything. It's just death. Of course, you need to put on the gloves, not to hurt yourself. And this sport wouldn't even work without it. You need the protective gear. Otherwise, the guys will just break their bones and the fight will last a few seconds. I'm just trying to point out how unnatural the sport is, seeing as there's never been one recorded case of humans ever kicking or punching in nature. It's just unheard of. Like, if a natural tribe will look at what they do, they wouldn't understand, because they know that kicking and punching are the least effective ways of harming somebody or defending yourself. It does nothing, basically, in comparison to what you naturally do. That's why boxing, UFC, it's all a joke. It's a loser sport for losers, weak men. Not even men, really. He really hated a training session. Wow. Everybody always hates it, working out at the gym, training for whatever, when it comes to sports, obviously, but you could really see how much he hated it. Just pure depression and misery in his face expression. Wow, he really hates his life. It's kind of turning from funny to sad, this video. And all the tattoos also to appear tough. Just toxic ink leaking into your bloodstream. This guy's life is just done at this point already. And he's only 31. It's already over, basically.
Lucozade, Intra carbs, keeping me fueled through a training session.
So more sugar. Cool, man. Nice. Great diet advice.
Now,
What does that mean, Intra carbs?
Intra carbs just means that it gives you a little bit of energy, and I've heard, again, nutrition nerds.
He's right. It's the first right thing that he said. It gives you a little bit of energy. Exactly. Little bit, yeah. A little bit.
May back me up on this. That if you have carbs in a liquid form, it gets to your body quicker than if you was to eat it. So,
That's true, actually. Yeah.
in between training, Lucozade straight in, pulse training, 2 scoops of Beast Farm Whey, which is about...
So again, a waste product, which they always used to throw out, and now they sell it to the slaves. Good consumer, good boy.
I think it's about 50-60 grams of protein and a banana in the car. That is my...
A banana in Britain, of course, because it's natural to eat it in the UK, innit? Lovely banana trees everywhere.
pulse training stuff. And then we've got to go and do a signing and then lunchtime.
Man, this guy eats worse than some gym girl. He probably is on some kind of PEDs. Oh my god, the idiot also eats bread. I'm fucking done with this video. Man, bread was created for the slaves. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck?
What is in the fridge of the UFC fighter?
Not just my fridge, this is the fridge of 5 human beings. That was me. I'm currently looking for peppers. It's not looking good. See, anyone who's watching this will realise I'm not the biggest veg guy in the world.
That's good. Vegetables are the unhealthiest foods on earth. That's awesome, just don't eat them.
So, I basically eat veg like my children eat veg.
Yeah, because it's human nature. Children are even harder to convince to eat them. That's it.
Which is, it just ticks a box. I'm not spending all day prepping veg because I can't be bothered.
Yeah, exactly. Why would you prep them? Why would you need to? Because it's unnatural. Because you need to prepare them in some way for them to be palatable somehow. Bell peppers are a fruit, by the way. It's not a vegetable. In case he was trying to say that, I'm not sure.
I'm not a nutritionist. I know basic stuff. But I am advised by people who know.
You eat complete garbage slave food. It doesn't get any worse than this. You just eat waste products. Bread is also really just that. I hope that it's butter on the bread, not margarine. With him, who knows? He eats such garbage. I wouldn't be surprised. And bell peppers. Just a fruit with nothing. Super strange diet. Almost vegan. Like vegetarian.
Know a lot more than me. So, you've got your carbs. You've got the fat, which is the butter. Some healthy fats on.
Oh, Oh, okay. Yeah, it is actually healthy fats. You're right. If it's real butter, which he said it is, butter, it's lovely. It's made from milk fats. He has proper saturated fats from lovely British cows. Maybe Kerrygold.
Peppers, bit of veg. I've already had a fair bit of carbs. Pulse training, I had a banana. During my training, I had a Lucozade, so carbs, and I had the protein shake after training. Now we're a couple of hours on. I'll have eggs, which is protein and fat predominantly. And I'll have some yogurt with some Manuka honey, which is fat. So all good fats, carbs, and a little bit of protein in there as well.
To him, all oils or fats are the same. It's all good fats. Legume oil to him was good fats somehow. I don't know how that makes sense. And then dairy, which is actually good fat, basically pretty much. Animal fat would be best. It's the same somehow as peanut oil, peanut butter. Yeah, he just doesn't understand what he's talking about. That's clear.
Like I said, I'm not a nutrition expert, but I do know what it takes to fuel the most athletic heavyweight in the world. Even more than the people on YouTube, I'm afraid. Right, the next bit, the first bit, I should say, of the pre-training meal. A bit of leaves in that.
Leaves. That's what I always say. Yeah, it is leaves. Yeah, you're eating leaves. You're eating leaves? You even write it, or the video editor did, but you still just keep doing that. How can you eat leaves as a human? It makes no sense. He also ate some eggs before, by the way, which I didn't show because I'm really sick of this video. I just wanted to end.
Bit of, I don't know, tomato, pepper.
Blood, quicker! Fucking give some fucking energy, man. What is this? Yeah, because you're eating leaves. Eating leaves. Zero motivation, no joy. Just completely hollow, dead inside. I'm eating leaves, some tomatoes. Oh, I really hate this meal. I don't know anything about food and nutrition. But I just keep doing that, in it. He could at least say, in it. That would make the video better. Better.
Leaves, grapes, but we're not. That's made by my lovely wife, of course, not by me. But that's not, we're not going to put this on the calories because who wants to weigh leaves, let's be honest. Just health benefits, so.
Yeah, just health benefits. What health benefits? I wonder, what health benefits are there from leaves? I would love to hear them.
We do this first, then we do the
Previously said you don't eat veg.
Well, I try and do as much veg as I can,
Not
but
2 hours.
I don't enjoy it very much, but
Then fucking stop doing it.
I try and force at least some veg in every day.
Yeah, everybody does that. Everybody forces it because they hate it. That says it all.
This is the start of the pre-training meal. Big shout out to Bolzu helping me out with the meal preps.
So meat at last.
A little bit more convenient for me. 200 grams of white rice, so a fair bit of
White rice, so sugar and arsenic, and 150 grams of chicken, the first meat of the day. This guy's on PEDs or something. It doesn't make any sense. Or he eats a lot of meat other days. That's nothing. He seems pretty tall. And he's a big guy. He has sort of good genetics also, sort of. Well, as far as the strength goes, he was probably also well fed as a child. Bone-wise, yeah, anyway. This is just not enough for such a biological being. It doesn't make any sense, this whole thing.
carbs, 150 grams of chicken, bit of protein before this evening session.
Yeah, his diet is like 70-80% carbs. You can't really build a strong body like that. There's something else going on here. And then in the microwave. Oh my god.
Why are you having a coffee?
Because I absolutely love coffee.
Why do you love them?
Why do I love them?
Yeah.
If you would love coffee, then you would drink it black, so to speak, as it is. Most people add sugar or milk to it because they hate the taste of coffee. It's bitter, of course. Your natural senses tell you to spit it out.
Tastes good. Gives you energy because it's got caffeine in it.
Yeah.
Gives you energy. Caffeine is a neurotoxin, and then you produce adrenaline and other hormones also in response to the toxicity, and then you have energy, you're adrenalized. That's why some people shake, have anxiety and whatnot, because it's a neurotoxin. What the fuck is he teaching his children? What kind of a father is this? It's the only good thing about this video, that he has 3 children and a big family for today's standards, a small family naturally speaking. That's cool, but yeah, they just go to the red brick building, slave school, and then learn that coffee is good for you, and then they will drink it themselves later on in life. So that's it. What's the point of this? Just creating more robots for the system.
And also, I just like them.
That's one. Let's go.
Again, more joy.
Wait.
That's a pretty stressful life. Considering everything, he looks okay. But all the coffee and the stress all the time, the working out. He does have some dark eye circles, but nothing too bad. Yeah, some people have good genetics also, and then they kind of can get through it. It catches up to all of them eventually.
Just arrived home. It's now 8:49, 10 to 9. It's time for a refuel.
I don't give a shit what he will eat. His whole diet is horrible. I only wanted to see what he does there at the end of the day, which is him just lifting up metal, pushing it, pulling, whatever, who cares. He hates it. He hates the coffee also, I'm sure, because he probably adds something to it. Like over 90% of people who say that they like it, even though they all hate it. And then he did the training with the protective gear on because he doesn't want to hurt himself. That's okay, of course, that's all cool. But it just shows you what the UFC and all these fighting sports are really about. Because it's just so unnatural to kick and punch. It's so ineffective. It can, of course, be harmful if you train yourself a lot, like Bruce Lee. What was he doing? Punching a brick wall or something like that, which is why his bones adapted and they became really strong. By strong, I mean adapted to the stress of the bricks. And yeah, of course, if you then punch somebody, it will be pretty harmful. Of course, you already harmed yourself, aged yourself, created tons of wrinkles, and at the end of the day, still, compared to natural fighting, that does almost no damage. The guy is a big guy, from what it seems like. He would succeed whatever he would do when it comes to fighting, even natural fighting. Don't get me wrong. I'm just pointing out what all of these fighting sports are really about, which, as I said before, at the end are really just about people hating the Matrix, hating themselves. They don't respect themselves, you could say. And that's why they do these sports and they just want to become rich or somehow really just get out of this lifestyle of having the stress all the time. So you stress yourself like crazy. That's why people do all kinds of horrible jobs, factory jobs, construction, whatever. Most people hate their jobs because they want to get to this point of not having to work. Whereas the rich people who are in control of all of this, you can look up who owns the whole UFC thing. They just watch the slaves beat each other up and they just laugh at it. They can throw millions at you for doing it. What do they care? Like I said, it's just like pennies for them. And they do none of that. And all of the people who fight and do these horrible jobs, they want to get to the point of doing none of that. Yet they talk about these lifestyles as if they are kind of proud of them, even though their end goal is to not do any of that, to live like the wealthy people. It's just funny. Thanks for watching, guys.